Hey guys, this is Ilya, and today I'm going to review Teachery. If you don't like the video version, you can always click on the link in the description below and go check out the text version. There is also an affiliate link in the description if you would like to purchase it, and if not, that's fine by me, whatever. Let's get right into it. So let's look over the pros and cons real quick. Pros, no transaction fees at all from Teachery. There are transaction fees from Stripe. It's 2.9%. and 29 cents per transaction, I believe, but Teachery does not add anything onto that. And then you can have an unlimited number of courses, students, and lessons. And the biggest advantage, in my opinion, is that it's very simple to set up and very simple to start creating. There's not a lot of things you can get tripped up on, and if you do get tripped up on something, or if something doesn't work, they have amazing customer support. Their response time is very fast, and the founders themselves often answer those questions, and it's not just some random person who doesn't know how the program or software actually works. And their free trial also requires no credit card details, which is always great. It's 14 days, so you have enough time to decide if you actually like it or if you want something with more features. As for the cons, they do not host your images or videos, which can be a big deal to some. But you can use YouTube, Vimeo, Wistia, or other things for that. For audio, they recommend SoundCloud. Personally, the Vimeo the Vimeo $5 plan, I believe, is more than enough for most courses, and if not, you can always go up to a higher plan, which I know is extra money, but it's not that expensive, and you can always use YouTube if you want. Images, if you have a WordPress site and if you have hosting, you can just upload the images to your own site and embed them from there. Works very well. They also don't have quizzes or interactive content unless you embed them using, let's say, something like of course books or Quizzy, I believe, or something similar. Only 2 mail integrations with Mailchimp and ConvertKit. They do have these 3 emails that they sent out themselves, but if you want to send course emails, there are only 2 mail integrations. So if you get emails from people, you're gonna have to export the CSV and then import it into whatever other email provider you use, and you can't just randomly start sending emails based on where they are in the course. They also only have 2 themes, which simplifies it, but it's also it's might not be enough for some people. And you can edit the way the colors of the theme look, but you can't edit very much of the theme itself, like positioning of elements, etc. And you can only use Disqus for student comments. So as you can see, there's a lot of, I guess, negative features or lack of features, but it's also very simplistic and makes creating videos easy. So it's more about what you want. So let's just look at Teachery right now. This is the landing page. As you can see, I'm working on this course right here, and these 2 are sample courses that I created during my review. This is the overview, how much you're making, how many active students you have. You can create an outline, and these are the courses that I've purchased. I'm a member of Jason's Buy My Future, so I get all of his courses and Jason and Caroline's Buy Our Future now. It changed. And so when you start out, there'll just be intro video, create course, and outline. So let's just create an outline because it's a cool process. So course name, how to create a Teachery review. So you do the name, you describe it, you do it, and then you do 3 topics. And I like these little motivational things. So topic 1, research. Topic 2, how to get images. Topic 3, how to press publish on WordPress. Then you would add some a little description for each of the topics. So research a ton, and then another one for the second topic, use snipping tool, and another one for the third topic. And these are just descriptions of how it works, and use your mouse. Alright, so once you're done with that, you come to this page and it says scared, so you have to click yes, show me. And then you will see this is what their default theme looks like. As you can see already, it would have 3 lessons added. So let's just save this course for later, because I like that it says that maybe you have to go get groceries to take the dog out or something. But now let's go back and edit the course, and I'm going to show you everything that there is that Teachery has as of right now. So let's just get started. This is the main page. I'm going to show you the different theme too. So this is the default theme, and if you scroll down and click on manage options, there is also a minimal theme. And this is what the minimal theme looks like. Here you go, overview. And this is what it looks like. It's a little bit simpler, a little bit easier to look at. Maybe a little too simple, depends on what you want, but it should work, especially since your students already purchased the course. They're probably not going to refund the course based on how it looks. They're going to refund it based on the quality of your content. So we're back to the default theme now. The header image and the avatar are the only 2 things that you can actually upload to their server. So I'm uploading a Teachery logo because I had it saved for my Teachery review, and then add an avatar. Let's say I am going to be Teachery review guy. Alright, so you can edit all of this text here. Obviously you can type. It's what you see is what you get editor. So you can center, you can paste code snippets in here if you would like to. Well, source code. I actually haven't tried pasting code snippets in there. That would be an interesting thing to try. So actually give me 1 second to try it and see if it works or not. Alright, well, I just tried pasting a YouTube video in here and it did not work, so it is only for text. And then you have the little intro here. If you click on these, you can remove them or add them, edit the text here. You can change the lesson view to stacked or grid. And you can also edit the color of all of this, so I will do that in 1 second. Let's just go to the lessons and see how you can edit lessons. So there's the lesson actual name that will show up here, and then there's the lesson, I guess, title. I'm not really clear on what to call these two, but this shows up here, and then this shows up here. Then you have lesson resources. You can add or show them here, but you'll always have this bar right here with, describing what the lesson's about or sort of talking about that. And then you can add content to here. So I'm just gonna go and get a quick YouTube video. I should have done this before, but I should have something in my clipboard already. So there you go. You can just paste an iframe or a Vimeo iframe or a YouTube iframe or whatever, and then just click. You add a caption, cats meow, dogs meow, and then save it. And then it will embed eventually. There you go. So it embedded it. You can obviously change the settings when you embed on YouTube's and Vimeo's end. And then you can also add more videos or audio or whatever content you want to add. I've experimented with it a little bit, and I believe you can add unlimited videos, but don't quote me on that. You can also add a little transcript here. Remove or add, and then add comments, and this is using Discus, and then remove or add the completed button for the course. So adding lessons is simple. You just go here and then add another lesson 4, and then you can add a sub lesson also, which you just pick whatever lesson you want to add a sub lesson for. So sub lesson title, don't forget to stretch, and then you can create a lesson and it will show up in here. Then if you sort your lessons, it will lead you to here, and then you can sort them here, drag and drop, and then drag and drop here if I had more sub lessons. So now that we're done with that, let's look at the payment pages. Actually, let's look at the landing pages first. You can add a landing page. Hello. You can add as many of them as you want. You know, maybe you want to have 100, whatever. And then the landing page, you can't really edit that much. You can change all the text, and you can remove some of these things. And if you want a really long landing page, you can add stuff in the main body, but the rest is going to stay the same. So you have a header, and you can add a header image, and once again, you can upload it. So let's upload the Teachery logo or whatever you want to upload. It's taking a little bit. Alright, there you go. You can remove the header, and then you can have the masthead, which is pretty much just the, I guess, the main your value proposition of your course. And then the main body, a testimonial, and you're actually getting rickrolled as you're reading this because their default landing page content is rickrolling you, which I think is kind of hilarious. And then you can do add or remove highlights, so these and these, a testimonial, and then additional copy, the author, or whatever who created the course, lessons, 1 column, 2 column. You can add an image right here, so let's just add a, I don't know, let's just do this image, why not? So you can upload it here and here also, but the rest of the images that you actually use in the course need to be uploaded to the cloud somewhere, or Dropbox, Google Drive, your hosting page, whatever. So you can add it here, and then either do an email capture page if you're not ready, or do a packages page right here. One column or 2 column, testimonial, footer, etc. So as you can see, it's pretty limited, but what you can do if you do want to, you can also add a video here. If you do want to make it much longer, you could edit the main body to be, to add actual heading 1.1, and then blah blah, 0.2, 0.3. So if you want, you can actually add things in here and make it bigger, so it will just be here and it will go down. And then you can add images in here also using this, and look at the source code. So you can, let's preview what that looks like, and it will look like this. So it won't be very pretty, so I don't recommend adding too much, but if you do want a longer landing page, that can work. The layout of their page is actually pretty solid, but the fact that you can't really split test much or with the layout is kind of disappointing. And so that's pretty much it for the landing page. Let's look at the purchase payment pages. So you can add a payment page, page name, expensive, payment type. You can do recurring, monthly, yearly, or fixed. So let's do recurring monthly price $49.99, and let's say 24 months. Just create the page. And then let's wait for it to load. And then you can add tracking, connect email provider, and do notifications for course sold. So this is just pretty much about the course and just information. You can do expiration date. And this is kind of cool because this gives you a time pressure element to the sales page, which is always great. So once this actually loads, you will see the time pressure element right here. And then remove or add features, remove or add icons, optional field, shipping field if you want to surprise your buyers with a physical gift, or if you're selling something physical. And then you can do a phone field also. Convert to free course, no more payment needed, or convert to paid course, and it will look like this. So you can pretty much change the default, but it doesn't really matter. It's a pretty standard looking page. For example, this one, purchase 20, pretty much exactly the same. Really no big difference between the pages. You can edit the the way it looks, which I will show you in a little bit. And you can also add promo codes. So we can create a promo code and we can do a percentage off or an amount off, and that's it. So we can do 100% off and code free for all. Max redemptions, you know, let's do one. An expiration date, let's not set an expiration date. And you can create as many of these as you want. You can, you know, maybe create one that expires in 5 minutes, one that expires in 10 minutes first, or 20 coupon codes that, you know, go to 100 people. Whoever uses them first wins, whatever. It's up to you what you want to do with them. Expire now, extend promo, pretty self-explanatory. And before I actually go on to the styling, I'm going to show you the drip schedule thing. So you can unlock the lesson. The first one, let's say it's 0 days. So it's not really a drip schedule. Let's do this one. We'll do 1 day after purchase. And this one will be 2 days after purchase, etc. So you can do this for all of these. And or if you don't want to do that, you can set a drip schedule here that lets you start all of your lessons based on a specific date. So maybe you're selling a course, but you want everyone to work together. So you would, you know, set the date to be right after you're done selling and go on with that. So let's look at the styling. Landing pages, I'll just go through all of it. So you can pretty much just change, actually it doesn't have a header, so let me go back to that so you actually see the header. So where's the landing page? The hello page. And let's wait for it to load, add a header. And there you go. So we now have a header that I can show you guys how to edit it. It's not where I want it to go. That's okay. Alright, styling landing pages. And the styling for all of these is pretty much the same. It's literally just using this. So I'm gonna let's do a black and white theme. Pretty simplistic. Masthead, same thing. Just do white and black. So you can style all of this. General, let's once again make the text this, the links this, and then body this. Doesn't look very pretty. This is fine. I'm not trying to make it, you know, amazing design worthy. I'm just showing you what you can edit, what you can't edit. Author, this is fine. And the lesson, once again, this is just editing the colors. Let's just do black on orange, that's fine. Packages, same thing. Once again, you can edit the highlight. Let's just make this red. The text, it's white. The links, let's make them bluish. Package body, make it a little bit darker. Border is fine. The button text can be white, and the button, let's just make it a weird shade of blue that reminds me of, you know, bad, like the 1900s websites. 1900s. Footer, etc. You can save changes, and you can do this for the pretty much every part of the course color wise. So for the overview, for example, you can edit all of this. You can edit the header top, header bottom. So header top, once again, I'll make black. What was the other one? Course background, let's make that black also. Welcome background, that is this. I'll make that white. The hover color can be changed, so I'll make that little, you know, a little bit gray. And then just black and black. The sidebar, you can change all of these elements. So sidebar background, let's just make it white. Quick links text, let's make it a little bit darker. The hover is a little bit dark. So make the title this. The border black is fine.
black, and then let's make it a little bit gray, and then active just also gray. Intro, this is this, then the questions on the intro, so you can make it white and black or whatever color you want to make it, and then make this black and white. All of this can be edited, and the lessons is just this, so I would usually make the buttons black, well, not usually, and right now I'm making them black, hover color, etc. And same thing goes for the lesson page that I'm going to show you. I'm not actually going to edit anything because it's pretty self-explanatory what edits what. So editing the lessons page, you can edit these buttons just the way all of this looks, the way this looks, and pretty much transcript, sub-lessons, whatever you would have in here. And then the same thing goes for the payment page. You can edit however you want your payment page to look. So if you want it to be black with, just overall black with white, a white payment page, or some, some crazy completely red color, you can do that. And so next we're done with the styling. Let's take a look at the emails. There are 3 emails that they send out for you, even if you don't have it integrated with Mailchimp or ConvertKit. You can edit everything here. They actually added the ability to edit this, but I don't recommend getting rid of this because this gives them pretty much access to the course, so their login, their purchase date, and the receipt. So maybe you can change the stuff around it, but don't change the actual content here. You can't change the email for who it's from. It's always going to be from the owner of your account, subject, and from the name. Then where am I? Then course completed email. You can add a link to a certificate or something that you created if you want. And then a recurring payment failed email for when the recurring payment fails and they can update their billing. For the general options of the course, you have the name, the theme or template, comments for Discus. You need to add a API key here. The comment theme, Google Analytics ID, tracking codes, custom domain. So if you want your course to be not amazon.teachery.com, or maybe you want it to be how to create a teachery course.com, you can do that. Default course page and the landing pages, so you can make the default course page the default, so the overview page, which would probably make the most sense, and then a custom homepage URL. So I would just or you can delete the course if you want, and after that you can